Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. Pat Surtain up to make the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's got room. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Hurts to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Terry McLaurin, 29 yards. And the Texans will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And brought down on the play by Daniel Hardy.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They fake the give. Newton. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson and a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They snap it to Newton. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Smith, 40 yards. And the Texans are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Cam's throw here into the hands of Jones. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense. There he goes, left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Well, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up. I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Newton. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. 1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. Can't wait to see what the 2nd quarter has in store. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Newton. Looking deep for Adams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Davante Adams, 60 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Hurts.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
77 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Jalen Waddle.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that up to the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will cut the lead down to 15. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But
now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Hurts fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their... Nine-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
On 1st down, Hurts
eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
Forced it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Jerry Judy.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So it's halftime. Halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
From the 41, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time.
And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an override on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
19 Tiger.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Texans are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
20.
Here we go on fourth. Newton airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this